Hi, I'm going to show you a nature photo edit in Darktable. I'm on version 3.8.1 and using Ubuntu Studio, a Linux distribution. I'll go through some of the tools I use mostly. This photo is quite nice already. It's pretty nice, and it's shot with the Lumix S5, the original one, and Bigma Sigma 50 to 500 millimeters at 500 millimeters and wide open, or a bit stopped down. I think it's not quite wide. You can't see, and as it's dummy adapted, you can't see the how wide open it's. But I do remember that I had it a bit closed down, stopped down. Okay, most often I start with HighPass. As with these older lenses, you most often need some more contrast, but it had a lot of contrast, so I'll take quite a lot out of it, and I'll do contrasting things, use contrasting tools. That's my method I use mostly. I use tools that contradict one another and do the opposite, and it mixes into a nice effect that I like. But I'll take it. This is one of the best tools in Darktable nowadays. This parametric mask stuff. It's fantastic. You can smoothen and take out the effect from the shadows and highlights, or opposite, and do also some blurring and feathering and stuff, and masking other ways. You can use it with a drawn mask also, but I use this almost in most of the tools I use, just to smoothen out the effect and to focus the effect on different parts of the image or lightness levels. So HighPass, then I often use soften. I don't like to contrast the sharp images. I have here two presets also, which I use as a reference point. So perhaps we use this one. You can see the settings here, but here also I use the parametric mask to take out the most of some of the effect. Smoothen out things. Okay, we start with this. Then I always do local contrast, which I have two presets here. The Perus, or the more effective one, this is too much for so mostly I use this fine. You can see the settings here, and in this one I don't often use the parametric masking, as it's quite subtle. So, and then we can do the shadows and highlights. I don't use this tool as only as a shadows and highlights puller, or often I use it in contrasting ways also, but I use it also as a sort of a blur effect. First I try to find the middle point where my eye likes to be, and this is not scientific. It's a feeling. I don't know if you can see the differences when I change things, but I think I mostly feel them and also see them, but it's more of a feeling, and when the feeling is right, then you can't, I don't think can do effective and emotional photos that awake emotions by just eyes and analytics. You have to use your feelings with it. So these are done with feeling. And here's the blur effect. You can see it. I don't know really how it functions, but I think it blurs the shadows and highlights areas depending on the gray or white point, perhaps. But I've used this a lot, so I know it functions, and I can get it to function. And here you can see how you can use it. So you can get this is also it when you have parametric masks in many effects. So these also change and when they change the lightness and darkness levels in the photo, they also change then the parametric effect. So I think this blooming is coming more from the softening effect, perhaps. So this is, and as I said earlier, I use contrasting tools that do the opposite and find a balance between them. I think this is the I found that this works really nicely. That's looking quite nice already. And then the colors, perhaps we do some. Okay, we'll do it's ISO 4000, so there's some. Yeah, we'll do a bit of raw denoising. This is just really small. Yeah, that's enough. And then I'll do some sharpening. I think I'll push it up a bit, or a lot, as it's an old lens. If you use modern lenses, so often you have to pull down the sharpness and contrast, and then don't. But here you have, when you have the blooming and the softness that you use to contrast, you do the opposite with different tools. So I'm pushing the sharpening quite a lot here. And I think we'll use the parametric mask here also to take off from the really dark areas some of the sharpening or smoothing it. Yeah, that's been quite nice. Then one effect I use many times, or almost in all my photos, is to use this Velvia, but I use a special preset. Here you can see the settings, but I'm not using it. I just try to get the focus point and to lead the eye with the colors. This is too much, but here you have the parametric masks. And take out from the highlights. Yeah, that's looking quite nice. Yeah, that's quite nice, and perhaps a bit from the shadows also. Yeah. Okay, that's looking quite nice. And then we'll see if I use a bit of a tone curve to take up this part a bit. Just only that part. And with tone curve, it's often way too much of small difference. So with tone curve, you almost always have to use the parametric mask, in my opinion, to smoothen out the effect of the. It's still too much. Tone curve is a great tool, but it's also quite over the top many times. We'll take out the whole of it and have someone there. That's okay, that's quite nice. Okay, then we'll do some colors still. I think we'll do with color correction. I'll take some more of them. It's sunset time, so I'll do this quite heavily also. Get the colors over the top. That perhaps, and then the parametric mask. It's if you use Darktable and you haven't used the parametric masks, you just have to. It's a wonderful tool. This is too much. This is too much. I think I'll have to more of the yellow and red in here, and then take out. Yeah, it's quite nice. Should we do a bit more still? Now here you can see why you should raw and not JPEGs. That's quite nice. Okay, I think we'll stay with that. Okay, we could do a bit more color. Still, I think I want to lift up the copper and red a bit more. Take down no. And then a bit of parametric goes on here to smoothen the effect. Yeah, that's looking quite nice. Some dreaminess and some of the sunset colors and the beautiful bird. Okay. And then a watermark. I think I will have to use I have different watermarks for if you have different colors in photos, so you need different color watermarks. That's the right place. And of course, if you print and as these are going on the web, so you have to have these in print. So people know it's your photo or should know and understand it's not for open use. Okay, that's it. Nature photo edit in Darktable. Some of the tools I used in these sorts of photos. I'll do some more also different kind of photos. Thanks.